Okay, I feel a pull. I feel a pull today. I haven't done one of these in a few days. I've, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've logged, and this is Ed's Q&A. I'm trying to get, there we go. For people who wonder where I am, I'm wandering in my mind, wandering and wondering. But not all who wander are lost. Um, you can feel lost at times, but I guess sometimes you're right where you need to be. If you feel lost, sometimes you're right where you need to be. And that's kind of what I'm getting today. Because some things are beyond our control. And learning when to act and when not to act is the name of the game sometimes. Learning when to act and when not to act. Because sometimes acting can be a big waste of time. Acting can just take you off of your course. Sometimes it's destiny or luck as luck would have it. Sometimes you are right where you need to be, right where you can hug your mom before you go to bed, enjoy a dinner with your mom. You know, so many people, their moms aren't alive right now, or people get into accidents, and sometimes we have to be thankful for those little things that we're complaining, you know. If you complain, I think that's what Benjamin Franklin said, if you complain, you have too much. And complaining is an indicator that you're not thankful, or that you're not looking at everything, because there are a lot of, if you feel lost or if you feel stuck, sometimes you got to quit looking. Sometimes you got to quit complaining. I guess that's what I'm trying to say here, because we only know what we know when we know it. And that sounds like a song. We only know what we know when we know it, when we find it out. Sometimes you just got to make the room smell better. You know, like people, my brother, when he went off to Afghanistan, it wasn't forever. It was only at that particular time, that particular place. Because we don't really know what's going to happen. Some things are for our higher good. Some things are for our higher good. And a lot of times we just need to keep our minds clear. Keep your mind clear. And just be thankful for that next breath you have, for that next plate of food that you have. I think that's, you know, the trick is to be thankful. And so I just felt, it's around 2 o'clock right now, I believe. Yeah, 2:41. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's probably 6 o'clock in the UK. So I guess it's a perfect time to start a stream, a live stream, maybe talk to some people. And I think that's what's hardest to deal with is when you feel like a fish out of water. You feel like you're not in your natural habitat. I keep remembering that John Cougar Mellencamp song, Little Pink Houses. I think that's the name of it. Oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. I've been learning about past lives, about agreements we made in past lives, things that were done to us in past lives, things that stick with us. I was doing a meditation. There's this guy Wolfgang on the internet, or that's on YouTube. He goes by Wolfgang, and he's from Germany, and he does a lot of clearings, and they're very beneficial. I think what I'll do is see if I can link to one of his videos. He does guided meditations that help you let go of old promises and pacts. I think this lifetime I'm supposed to learn a lot about accountability. It was so much easier as a child when I was a child, when every day was just a new day to go out and play and have some fun. I think what I need to do is lock into that mentality, because there is a lot that's beyond our control. Or this illusion, this stubborn illusion. That's what we are in an experience. We're having an experience. We are the dreamers of these dreams. And I think the less we worry about something, the easier it manifests, the easier it happens for us. And I think we make things difficult.
Mercury time.
It's Mercury time. So, welcome to live chat. I don't know why that hasn't gone away. It says learn more. Okay. So I guess this is a Q&A. We'll make this a Q&A. I'm here for you. Ask me some questions. Are you struggling? Are you stuck anywhere? I think what I'm suffering from is over focusing. Sometimes I need to quit focusing on problems. That's what I've been doing lately, focusing on problems instead of solutions. If you focus on problems, it's a hard habit to break, because I call it LBS. I call it left brain syndrome, because our left brain is our logical. And sometimes we have to suspend disbelief. That we limit ourselves mentally. There are so many things that are so doable, but because of our programming, we need to bypass our programming. We're all programmed to have a problem or a desire that seems that we can't we can't achieve. I think a good meditation is to visualize yourself already there. And I know I've said this before. I think now is a good time as any to do a meditation, because nobody has, oh, someone left a like. That was nice of them. So I guess the main thing is to breathe. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And breathe in so you make a sound. That's what I learned. You go, that quiets your monkey mind. That quiets too much mind. I'm guilty of too much mind. Because sometimes you just need enough mind. Don't white knuckle it. Don't white knuckle the steering wheel. Don't grab hold of the steering wheel so tightly that you can hardly move it. And I think maybe because it messes with your energy. Because all of us are basically luck and faith. Luck, faith, hope. Faith, hope, love. I was learning about Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. That works on all the dimensions, because it goes into correspondence. As above, so below, as below, so above, so within, so without. And we're able to understand all of the higher planes, the lower planes, by our understanding of the correspondence. Everything corresponds. And a lot of times we're struggling inside. It's a hard habit to break. I've been trying to break the habit of worry. I was programmed at a young age to worry. And worrying only causes you to vibrate at a low frequency. I guess what we'll do is a meditation. If you're driving, don't do this meditation. If you're driving, or if you're operating heavy machinery, or walking a tightrope, maybe wait until you can relax. Wait until you can breathe deeply. Because I might just close my eyes to enhance the effect. Because I think a lot of it is our mind, keeping clear mind, because again, our subconscious mind reacts. It reacts, not only does it react, it agrees. It not only agrees, but it confirms. It reaffirms things that are going on. So I guess sitting quietly, sitting still. They say when you let go of thought, distracting thoughts, let go of distracting thoughts, and also be still. That's meditation. Meditate means to become familiar with. I think what I'll need to do, I have the light on because it might rain outside, and I'm just waiting for it to probably do that. I'm waiting for it to probably rain. We are the music makers and we are the dreamers of the dreams. And the more vivid our dreams are, the more we affect reality. Because yesterday at the park, I walked over and I touched a tree just like I did in my imagination. I remember a few streams ago, I did a meditation where we walked up and touched a tree and felt the bark. And I did that yesterday. It's something in my subconscious mind that I experienced where I got up off the seat of the picnic table and I felt compelled to walk over to this tree and touch the bark, just like I did in my imagination. And that's only proof of these techniques of visualization and manifestation. Visualization and manifestation. And I wish when I was younger I was figuring all this stuff out. Because some of these you have to learn on your own. Because there's knowledge and then there's skill. You develop these skills over time. Like getting yourself emotionally calm. Getting yourself emotionally at peace. And mentally at peace. There's sometimes when I've had to stop myself. So somebody out there is going to watch this video. Please check out the link in the description. It's Kingdom of Pets. If you have a pet, check it out. Kingdom of Pets. And sooner or later, somebody's going to click on that link, or many people will click on that link and discover it and check it out. Learn how to care for your pets. Learn how to train your pets. Ask for help. I've been asking a lot of help from the Creator, the Great Spirit, the Creator, God, Source. He's known by many names. And sometimes we can't do this journey on our own. We can't just do it on our own. We need people who've been there before us. We need people who have the knowledge we don't have. And I'm I guess I'm being awakened. And it's scary. It's scary when you're awakened. You're awakened to new dimensions. You're awakened to new experiences. And it causes fear. It causes fear and uncertainty and worry. Because you're waking up to something, some new way of looking at life and the world and the universe. And I think a lot of people are getting there. They're realizing that there's more. We are more than our physical body, you know. The Gateway experience, the Gateway experience says that, you know, I am more. That's one of the mantras. I am more than my physical body. And how to do it yourself. Hello. So it's Jack Adam. Even though it's showing a 0 up there. I don't really look at that anymore. Sometimes it's just not accurate. So I'm here to do a Q&A. Or just chat, I guess. Figuring out what to say. Yeah, I've been away. I felt compelled to do another stream. I haven't done a stream in a while. I was having stream withdrawals. Hold on, I'm going to turn on this fan. It's getting kind of muggy in here. That should help. That's a lot of yellow at one time. I'm wearing a yellow shirt today. Today is Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. And sometimes simplicity really is what we need. Yep. Yep. Are you a fan of King of the Hill? Yep. That was all inspired by his neighbor, Mike Judge. He had a neighbor that helped him put up a fence. Because I guess a storm came through and wrecked his fence. No, I'm not. No, you're not what? Long time no see. Yep. No, I'm not. I guess we're learning how to do this thing where people chat. I guess a lot of things have become lost arts over time. Oh, you're not a fan. Okay. All right. Well, then I won't push the issue. I just remember that. Yep. There's a lot of really successful cartoons out there. Bob's Burgers I didn't think would be a successful cartoon. And then there was Dog with a Blog. I guess Disney isn't the way it used to be when I was younger. They had that Hannah Montana and all that. Now I guess cartoon characters all have huge heads. I guess SpongeBob is still out there. It's funny I'm thinking of SpongeBob probably because I'm wearing this yellow shirt. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? So I guess I'm just here. Talking about my discoveries. Talking about past life regression. That's right. That's who lives in a pineapple under the sea. He has a starfish friend, a crab friend. I guess he's a crab. I remember pizza. What was that? Pizza Hut. They took away Pizza Hut, which depressed me. Crab Boss. Yep. Doesn't he work at like a seafood restaurant or something like that? It reminds me of Ren and Stimpy a lot. Hi again. Good day, Victor. Texas. Somebody's trying to call me from Texas. Yep, burgers. That's right. Hamburgers. The Krabby Patty. That's right. The Krabby Patty. There's a place called the Juicy Crab in Hiram, the town over from where I live. And we haven't gone there yet. My mom keeps talking about it every time we drive by it. We should try the Juicy Crab. I wonder how expensive it is. Some of these restaurants like Red Lobster. Restaurants can be fun if you got the money to put down. So far we got two people with while I wear my shiny or yellow shirt. Yee! How are ye? That could be why they call it Krabby Patty. Sometimes it's all in the title. It has been debunked. Oh, I meant yes. You meant yes? Instead of yee. I shouldn't do these so close to supper time. I guess I felt compelled. I guess this is probably destiny at work. Yep, if you look at it that way, crabs eating crabs. Or victimization, exploitation. Because if you got a crab selling crabs, the Krabby Patty. That inspires me to do voices sometimes. Every time I listen to a cartoon, I like to try to sound like the characters. I remember Beavis and Butthead kind of set it off. MTV was who had Beavis and Butthead. Now it seems MTV is not watchable anymore. Impressions. I've got to figure out which voices I want to do. I guess I just get inspired from time to time. Sometimes Stewie Griffin comes out. Or Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny, I have. Oh yeah, they made an MP3 players. I have a couple of those. I still have some MP3 players. Now I guess everybody uses their phones for music. You can put audiobooks on there also. Just kick back and listen to your audiobooks. MP3s are cool when you're going jogging. I had one that was waterproof. I think I still have it. You can go swimming while you're listening to your MP3 player. I guess it's a bad idea when you're driving. MTV made? I remember when MTV came out. I think it was 1981 or 1980. All the rock and rollers were advertising. Call your cable company and say I want my MTV. And then they had MTV Spring Break. They had Jackass. Jackass is still making movies. Before that was Tom Green. They had Oddville. Loveline. I remember Loveline way back in the 90s. Way back in the 90s. Everybody here is like 21 and 22 years old. People that were born in 2000, 2001. They're all grown up, old enough to drink. I remember when it became the year 2000. Everybody was afraid of the Y2K bug. And then everything was all right. We were scared about nothing. We were afraid that the world was going to end. That's right. Who remembers Y2K? It seems like it's one thing after another. A lot of history happened. It was kind of nice before COVID. Right after 9/11, there was COVID. 9/11 had us shaked up quite a bit. Yeah, computer error. That's what they were all afraid of. I guess some tech-savvy people got together and fixed the problem. It's amazing how people always think that the shit's going to hit the fan. When the shit hits the fan, and then every day is just like every other day. Get up, go to work, buy your medications. It's crazy how many medications we're on right now. When I was growing up, we didn't need medications. We just had to get up and eat breakfast, head off to work, instead of. Now it's just like everything is, because there's money in it. There's money in pharmaceutical. There's money in keeping people alive longer than they should be kept alive. They should only ask, do you want it? Do you really want this? Yep, that goes down a deep, dark rabbit hole. All this freedom of choice. We don't really have freedom of choice. If people don't agree with it, you don't have freedom of choice. There's a lot of things people don't agree with. Dr. Kevorkian got into a lot of trouble because he just wanted to help people who were terminally ill pass away. It was doctor-assisted suicides. Some states don't like that. What else was there? Yeah, people who have chronic pain. It's like they just want to go out with it. Death with dignity. That's what they were calling it. Death with dignity. They don't have that here in America, some places. You have to really go through a lot to qualify too, if you do happen to be in a state. It's a sad state of affairs. I guess nobody was talking about it back in the 70s and 50s. I know, back pain, neck pain, nerve issues. It's amazing how many people are just living with pain. I remember when I had sciatica. I'm glad I don't have it anymore. You're not very effective when you have sciatica. But I guess I need to think about something happier. I was watching some Grim Collective videos. Hello, good eye, Alex. And I like when they tour museums, or sometimes like where Pet Sematary was filmed, or Lost Boys, The Goonies, movies I watched when I was growing up. They would have these just Karate Kid. They were all the filming locations. I like when they go to filming locations. They were doing Child's Play just recently, the very first Child's Play. Oh yeah, Pet Sematary. That was a book by Stephen King, and then Stephen King makes a lot of movies that are based on his books. Like It. It was a very long movie. One I liked was Dreamcatcher. Dreamcatcher was a good one. Chucky! I remember Chucky. Chucky was based on Robert the Doll. I keep hearing that. It was like a voodoo practitioner put himself inside of Chucky, the good guy doll. I remember that. Back then it was on VHS. I remember having the VHS of Child's Play. Now I think I have it in my library. My DVD, or no, it was my YouTube library. You can either rent or own certain movies. I bought quite a few movies. Yep, as if they weren't creepy enough. They gotta have a doll. That's all based on real stuff, real paranormal activity. True dat. Paranormal. I've seen a lot of, I keep talking about Slapped Ham. Slapped Ham has a video of dolls coming to life. Dolls moving around by themselves. And then Ed and Lorraine Warren was a group. They collected all those haunted items. They keep them in a museum, which is who is that? Zach Bagans has a museum that's based on cursed items and things that belong to serial killers. He had like Ted Bundy's VW Bug, Dr. Kevorkian's van. I know. They have a disclaimer. He makes them sign a disclaimer before they go in. They have dolls with rooms with dolls in them, and they actually talk to the dolls. That's scary. It's like you have to be careful what you say and do around the dolls, especially Robert the doll. He's in Key West, Florida, and don't take a picture of him unless he gives you permission. I like to ask, how do you get permission? How do you know you have permission? Does he kind of give you a nod? I know, because they say you're more susceptible before you go to sleep. Before you go to sleep, you're more likely to dream about what you were reading or watching. You take it right into your subconscious. So yeah, watch a happy movie before you fall asleep. Watch a, watch a comedy maybe. I don't know. Keep yourself from being chased by a spider. Yeah, Mall Cop. Paul Blart Mall Cop. There was a sequel to that. There was a good one, Observe and Report. I like Observe and Report. That one is about a mall cop. That one's pretty intense. I think it's Seth Rogen plays a security guard. Had a good soundtrack. Had a lot of comedy. It's amazing. Sometimes you don't even have to. You don't even have to watch a movie before you have spooky dreams. You just have to sleep with a crucifix or some garlic. Garlic is supposed to ward off evil. Also salt. They say salt helps. Helps to clear the house. Well, I just said that. Today is Wednesday. Nothing really going on. I was entertaining the thought of going to the park. But I like to leave the house guarded. I don't like to leave the house when nobody's here. There should always be somebody holding down the fort. Yeah, garlic. Garlic is supposed to be good for your circulatory system. That Mediterranean diet. They say that really helps. I wish I grew up on it. I wouldn't have had to have open heart surgery. It's amazing what plaque does to your body. Plaque can block up your arteries so you can't pump blood anymore. That's probably why I get so lightheaded all the time. My heart can't pump blood like it used to. Maybe I should go back on that. That olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. That was helping me. I felt a lot different. I guess I let the plaque build up again. It gets on your teeth too. You got to keep brushing the plaque off your teeth. I guess plaque helps cavities grow. Hi. Shrimp stopper. Little shrimp stopper. Everything is going fine. As well as it could be. Life is never what you expect it, So I guess I can't complain. I hear if you complain, you have too much. So, and also keeping your intestines clean so you can absorb food, because your gut is what helps your digestion. Yes, Jack? Is that a wave? A wave or a clap? So I guess some of the gang is here today. We got Jack. So little shrimp stopper. Did I say that right? And then there's Jack. Who else is here? Alex was here. I don't know if he's still here. So we got quite a chat going here to start off. I guess I picked a good time to have a stream. I like my spontaneous streams, just out of nowhere. I like watching those Comic-Con. You ever watch those Comic-Con videos? Comic-Con and what was it? There's some other ones. Cosplay. That's always fun to watch. Seeing everybody.
Shrimp stopper. Oh, shrimp topper. Okay, shrimp topper. Not really.
So we're, what time is it where you are? I always like to ask that. Because here it's like 2 o'clock. I think it's 2 o'clock. No, it's 3:17. That's how we can tell what time. I just swipe. 3:17. So you're just, okay, same as here. You're in my time zone. Canada is in the same time zone as we are. Or in, at least here in Georgia. I guess my dog is trying to cough up a hairball. He's been doing that a lot lately. I can hear him in the next room trying to cough. I don't know what's causing that. He's due for a grooming, so I guess I'll do a before and after. I'll have to see how he looks. How is everything with everybody? Looks like there's at least 3 people.
There's shrimp topper. There's Jack. There's Alex. So that's a total of 3 people.
Whoopee! 3 people! I guess all of you are subscribers? Or did you just happen to drop by? Sometimes people just drop by. I see them go. I see them show up and then disappear. No Chick-fil-A sauce? I kind of like that girl. I think I saved one of her videos. No Chick-fil-A sauce? That's right after Skibidi. I think the Skibidi toilet. I was watching some videos of that. Somebody had turned me on to Skibidi. I wonder what's going to be next. We've come a long way from Leave Britney Alone. Hide your kids. Hide your husband. Hide your wife. Who else was there? That what guy? Tosh.0. He's it's been a while since I've watched some of his. He does those web redemptions. He's met a lot of people. Danny Tosh. He surfs the web, I guess, and finds people. It's pretty good for you. I'm trying to get my eyes to adjust. I don't know why everything's blurry all of a sudden. I know I had breakfast. I know before that I had my medication. I guess my medication causes blurry vision. That's not fair. The treatment is worse than the problem. Oh no! Isn't that what Mr. Bill used to say? Mr. Bill? He was a character on SNL, right when SNL started. They had Mr. Bill. I think he's on YouTube. Mr. Bill! He would always say, "Oh no!" Before he met with he was like Kenny. Remember Kenny from South Park? He would die at the end of every movie, or at the end of every episode. Mr. Bill was kind of like that. He was the Kenny of his time. Oh my God! You killed Kenny? South Park started in the 90s. That was like before the turn of the century. They're still making South Park episodes. Simpsons also, I think that was back in the 80s when the Simpsons came out. I think they're still making Simpsons episodes. The Simpsons. It's weird watching the people do the voices. You see grown men and they're doing kids' voices. Or you think of the character when they're doing the voices. That must be a cool job. Just do a different voice. and get paid. Get paid. Well, you got to read a lot of scripts too. I guess it makes it easier because you can read right from the script. Some actors use cue cards. They'll take cue cards so they don't forget their lines. They do that a lot on SNL. If you watch them, they'll be looking at the cue cards. Some people could remember the whole script. They can remember what their co-star is going to say. What was her name? It was Hermione, the girl who played her, Emma Watson. Emma Watson, you could see her lips moving. Sometimes they had to remind her not to move her lips when the other person's saying their words. I see that from time to time. You can watch the person mouthing the words of their co-star. Some people don't even go on the script. I've noticed that. They talk about the ad-libbing. They ad-lib the script. Ad-libbing is sometimes better than the script. Or sometimes bloopers get left in. Emma Watson. She grew up fast. I remember back in, I think it was 2000, when the first Harry Potter came out. They were all just little kids. Now they're in their 30s. They're almost 40 years old now. All the stars I grew up with, they're the same age as I am. I look up their ages on Google, and I find that they're the same age as I am. Tom Green is the same age as I am. A lot of people. I didn't know he was as old as me. I guess people look younger when they're first on. And Steve-O, all these people on Jackass are the same age as I am. Johnny Knoxville is in his 50s. I guess that's all part of life. Getting old before you know it. We only spend like 10 years in our prime. I have pictures from when I was younger. I said, man, I could have been chasing a lot of girls. But I wasted it. I wasted all that time on work, just working, and having low self-esteem. Low self-esteem can really mess with you. It makes you not go chase ladies. When you get turned down one too many times. Sometimes it's playing hard to get, which I think is really bad. If a girl likes you, she should date you right away instead of playing hard to get. I never got that. I never understood hard to get. It's like, why? Am I supposed to take another rejection? You know, walking up to a lady and asking her out and having her say no. It's like, why are you telling me no? If I ask you again, will it work? If at first you don't succeed? Yeah. I never understood that. Hard to get. Are you playing hard to get? That just didn't make sense to me. I guess girls are the ones who are asking guys out now. When I was growing up, it was all the guys' responsibility. It was all my responsibility to go up there and get rejected. I guess the girls use signs. They use hints. They drop hints. They don't come out and tell you they like you. They have to drop hints or IOIs. They flick their hair and they touch you and they talk to you and smile at you. That's how they let you know they like you. Instead of saying, hey, let's go somewhere. Let's go for coffee or ice cream. And I'm learning all this when it's too late. Because when you get to be my age, you can't hit on girls anymore. You just look creepy. It just makes you look creepy. So now I'm the creepy age. So that makes it harder, I guess. I guess the sense of humor, you got to keep your sense of humor. If you lose your sense of humor, then you start to go. Life gets really difficult. But then it's got to be mutual. Some people don't have a sense of humor, no matter how much you joke around or try to say something funny. They just they have an abreaction to that. I know, that would be nice. Then you hear about these guys marrying people who are much younger than they are. You know, there's always a 10-year age difference. In my case, she'll be in her 40s or late 30s. So yeah, someone who's been around the block. Oh well. Again, your sense of humor. You got to keep your sense of humor. It's funny how people meet each other. And then some people never meet anybody for whatever reason. And then you say, oh, did you hear he passed away? Oh, did you hear it? Some people are just walking obituaries, I've noticed. They just know who died. It's like I kind of want to avoid those people. Oh, did you hear about her? Her husband passed away. Her daughter got cancer, you know. It's like, oh, thanks for telling me. I'm trying to struggle through my life, and now I'm hearing all this bad news. It's like, I don't want to hear any more bad news. Thank you. I think that's what it is they drug you. Whenever you're having mental illness or you're not mentally healthy, they just give you something to make you a zombie. I keep hearing that. Oh, we'll give you this drill for when you feel anxiety. When you feel anxiety, take this pill. When you feel depression, take this pill. You know, and it's like you're altered, and then they keep you altered. They don't let you work with the problem. You have to have, there's the symptom and then there's the cause. We have to work on the causes. I'm noticing a lot of my stuff is self-inflicted. I got self-inflicted problems. I worry too much. I think too much. I overthink too much. I get depressed because I keep thinking about stuff that I can't do anymore. Can't go hit on the ladies anymore. Unless they're over 30. Yeah. There I go. I keep going off into those dark areas. I think that's what it is that why don't I like the light? I need to ask myself that. Why do I not like the happier things? Why do I not? Then again, questions lead to more questions. It's like you're following a rope. You follow the rope, and then it leads to more rope, and then more rope. Sometimes it's just a matter of turning off your mind. Turn your mind off. And then put yourself where you want to be, you know. I want to be outside. I want to be just walking around Six Flags. I like those quantum leaps. I've been learning about quantum leaps. They're kind of fun. If you want to be at Six Flags, just imagine yourself at Six Flags. Imagine yourself already there. And then it's weird how you just make a jump. You make a jump or quantum leap. There was an actual show, I think back in the 80s, called Quantum Leap. A whole show dedicated to that. This guy would just get into different people's lives. He would live a different life because he made a quantum leap. They're saying there's all these alternate universes. All you have to do is desire to be in one, and you jump into that universe where you already have everything you desire. I think if you concentrated long enough, you'd probably pop into one of those alternate universes. There's so many stories about alternate universes. People just go there unknowingly, or I guess some people can do it at will. They call it shifters. People can shift. Let me know if I'm boring you. I probably bored a few people. I'm down to 0 again. What can we talk about? This is a Q&A. That's one thing that makes me scared is like when there's no chatting going on. I feel like I got to keep it going. I don't want to hit, I'm afraid of dead air. I'm just afraid of dead air. Sometimes you just have to face your fear. Sit quietly, like in an elevator, listening to the music, or in a waiting room. Sometimes people want to check out what else is there. Let's change the channel. Let's see what's going on. If I look out the window, I'll miss a chat. That's what happens. So Shrimp Topper has left. It looks like Shrimp Topper. Jack. I got a total of I keep scrolling. Too bad. Keep your humor. That's all I can say. It seems like sanity is just an add-on. Do we really need sanity? Do we really need logic? Some things just defy logic. I think that's what we suffer from is left brain syndrome. We're too left-brained. This world is too left-brained. There's too many left-brained people. I keep saying that. The right brain is the empathetic part, I think. I like the Hemi-Sync. That was a CIA project. The Hemi-Sync. You get both of your hemispheres in sync. And they use sounds in each ear. And it's supposed to balance you out mentally. I think that's part of mental illness, is too much left brain. We're working too much, we're figuring things out too much. Instead of just playing badminton, putting our kids on our shoulders, walking around an amusement park, that's all right brain stuff. Instead of being focused so much on problems. Sitting there like this, interlocking your fingers and putting your thumbs and forefingers together like this. Just sitting down like that with your fingers like this, it's supposed to raise your energy, help you focus. So I guess I'll be letting people know about this. Well, we talked for a while. We talked for a short while. I wonder what my mom's going to come home with. I've always wondered that. She never leaves empty-handed. I've noticed that. Whenever she goes off with one of her friends, she comes home with bags of stuff. It's like, what did Mom bring home today? I think what I need to do is a daily thing. Make my daily, when there's no appointments, just head to the park. as a daily thing, like rain or shine, you know. Because I was meeting some people at the park, or at least talking to some people. I call Shaggy, our dog, is our icebreaker. He breaks the ice between strangers and us. Yeah. There is a danger to being alone too much. There is a danger. I guess it's time for more harmonica. More random harmonica. There's a bridge in Scotland where dogs jump off the side. Edinburgh, or I forget which bridge it was called. It was called by a certain name, but it was a bridge where dogs jump off the side. And what made me laugh was they'd say jump over, like they jumped over the bridge, like the cow jumped over the moon, when in fact the dogs would jump over the side of the bridge, and it was always the same side of the bridge. They say dogs come to a certain point and then they just leap over the side of the bridge, and they say it was caused by some kind of supernatural event. I've never really been to a haunted location. I've been to some place where I've felt like I was in another dimension. I would go off the beaten path into the woods, and I would be in the woods, and it just felt like I stepped into another dimension. And then I would see people in the woods that I wouldn't. It was just weird how they appeared. So maybe I was being visited. Because they would just appear. These people I would see in the woods, they would just appear. I wouldn't see them come from anywhere. They would appear, and they would walk away, and I wouldn't see them anymore. So that was an interesting experience. I guess woods are good places for ghosts to wander. I saw this old couple in the woods, and I didn't see them come from anywhere. One time I was in a hammock. I had stretched out a hammock, and this guy just came out of the woods. And again, I don't see them. I don't see where they come from, and then they disappear again. So maybe, they say ghosts can appear to us like that. They can just appear and then disappear, walk into walls. It's interesting to think about stuff like that. There's all these reasons why ghosts attach themselves to you, because they're feeding, they need to feed off of you. They're kind of, they just like to draw on life force. So who's with me right now? Somebody else who popped off again? They're just popping off. So right now it is 3:41. I noticed people haven't been commenting on my videos lately. Probably because I haven't made any in a while. Some people comment on videos I've made a long time ago. It's like my channel is invisible. My channel suddenly became invisible. Invisible. Can I say invisible? I think it's just the algorithms. People don't visit channels. They wait for a video to pop up. I think that's one of the newer features of YouTube. I'm looking at this as a hobby. It's more of a hobby than a career. Some people, I guess, have made careers out of this. I need to work on my draw, you know. What's my draw? But then again, I don't want to get too routine, too repetitive. I like that spontaneity. Bigfoot. I'm seeing Bigfoot. Those videos of Bigfoot. A good Christian family takes in a Bigfoot as a member of their own family. Mirrors. I'm learning about mirrors. I guess you can lock mirrors. There's techniques. You take some kind of an oil and you could lock a mirror so a spirit can't come through the mirror. Or send back spells. Black, send evil back. I guess a lot of things you can't talk about. You can't talk about when you do something like that. Because when people become aware of it, they put up defenses against it. So I guess everybody's gone. I guess it's time to take a break. A whole lot of nothing happened, I guess. So we'll see who, I guess people only have time for a short chat. Can't really get to know anybody. Can't really, I guess it's time to shave again. I get a shave. I got to get a 5G phone somehow. Because this 4G isn't cutting it. The video quality is pretty good, except for streams. There's a delay in the stream because I don't think it's processing fast enough. I guess that's it for now. I gave it a whirl. So I guess we'll see how many people. I can come back later, I guess. I just felt compelled to do a stream. There weren't a lot of questions asked. This was supposed to be a Q&A. So I guess we can end this for now.